This girl ended up turning on her webcam, and one thing led to another. I saw her cherries, and my mind was blown. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to a super crazy story. So today's story all starts off back when I was actually really young, and I want to say I was in grade 10. Now, in grade 10, I was a major player, and one thing I will say is that there's so many different ways and areas you could pull girls. A lot of you guys think I just pulled a bunch of girls in high school. No, I pulled girls even on the internet. That's how insane I was, and I remember basically knowing that I literally could talk to any girl with my phone and my computer was powerful. I started realizing that pulling girls on the internet was a lot more easier than pulling girls in real life, because girls in real life really just wanted way more and wanted to like have more interaction than online, where you could just say a couple nice words to them and then boom, you see everything. But this one girl, I want to say, was the most freakiest girl ever, because I remember my grade 10 year one time, I remember me and my friends, we would always hop on the internet and talk over Discord. If you guys don't know what Discord is basically a place where you can talk and interact with people, follow your favorite YouTubers like mine, which you guys can join my Discord down below. But basically it's a place where you can interact and talk to people. And that's what me and my friends did. We always went on Discord, went to a bunch of different servers and started talking to a bunch of different people. And me and my friends were into this one game called Call of Duty. So Call of Duty, I remember, had their own Discord server, and basically me and my friends would always join in there and like kind of like 1v1 people. And me and my friends were really good at this game, so we would play it all the time. But I remember one time we ended up versing this team on Search and Destroy that was very odd, because they were an all girls team. And I'm not saying girls can't be gamers, because obviously there's so many that are gamers nowadays, but there was one girl in that team that was actually really good at the game. I even like complimented her sometimes when we were in the middle of a team deathmatch, because she was doing way better than I expected. And one thing led to another. I remember she actually ended up adding me on Discord, and me and her became good friends. Now, obviously at first, I didn't really think about rizzing this girl up, because like I thought, you know, the places to find girls that want to be like, you know, talking to like that and rizzed up, I guess, was like, you know, through Tinder or through like, you know, other apps that, you know, are made for people to match up together. But Discord, I never thought was that kind of thing. But I remember the next day happened, and basically the next day I ended up hopping on Discord, and instantly I got a message. I got a message from this girl that said, hey, like I was wondering, do you want to play Call of Duty? And at that moment I didn't say no, so I ended up hopping on Discord, and me and her, we started playing and talking together. Now me and her, we got along super well, and I don't know why, but when it comes to me and gamer girls, I feel like I can pull any, because obviously me being a gamer, it just made sense. Gamers and gamers stay together, jocks and cheerleaders stay together, like it just made sense to me. And one thing led to another. I remember me and her, we actually started doing this on the regular, the point where me and her would always play games all day and kind of flirt with each other. But I remember there was one specific day where things got way too overboard, because I remember one day I ended up basically like, you know, going on my phone, and I started like basically snapping people and, you know, basically taking photos and sending Snapchats out. And when you send a Snapchat, it kind of like does this like noise that like when you take a photo where it's like a click kind of sound, and she heard it over my microphone. She heard it and said, oh, Bubba, what are you doing? Taking pictures of your eggplant? No, I'm just sending snaps. Why are you being weird, bruh? Oh, nothing. I'm just saying, is what she told me. But I knew that she had something in mind. I remember we were in the middle of a team deathmatch. She was on my team, and she told me before the game started, Bubba, if I get more kills than you in this game, you have to add me on Snap. Now, at this time, I did not add her on Snap. The only thing I had her added on was Discord. So I thought, you know what? Who cares? Another girl to add on Snapchat. So I ended up saying, sure, that's not a problem for me. And me and her, we ended up playing this game, and I could tell this girl that was on Call of Duty was sweating 10 times more than I was. And she was trying so hard at the game that she actually ended the game basically getting like double the kills I did. So I sent her my Snapchat since she won, and she added me right away. I remember she ended up snapping me, and I am not joking when I say this. This is a very rare thing, by the way, to find a really attractive girl online. But basically, she had a really nice rack. Like she was really, really hot, and she had nice cherries. And I remember I ended up basically like sending her a snap back of me smiling, and she ended up saying over Discord, Bubba, why are you smiling like that? No reason, nothing. I tried to play it cool, because obviously she was just some random internet girl that I enjoyed playing games with, so I didn't want to take things any further, even though I was a player. But one thing led to another. I remember we ended up playing another game, and out of nowhere, I told her how I was going to do way better than her, but then she said, Bubba, if you think you're going to do better than me, let's make a bet. If I win, you got to send me your eggplant. At that moment, I'm like, whoa. Okay, that's a little extreme. I don't do that. Like, I'm not sending it not bricked. You know, I started making excuses about how I basically wouldn't do that, because obviously, guys, quick warning, sending photos online is not a smart idea. And trust me, a lot of people get leaked on the internet. So please be safe and just be smart about it. So I ended up making any excuse, and I made the excuse that, oh, like, no, I'm not going to send my eggplant. Like, I'm not even bricked. Like, who does that? Send a photo of like their eggplant not bricked? That's weird. And at that moment, instantly, I remember she ends up leaving the game, and and she ends up just not playing anymore. I ended up being really confused, and I'm like, what? Why'd she just leave? And I was like, you know, asking her over the call. I was like, yo, like, why'd you leave the game? At that moment, I opened up Discord and I saw her camera was on and her cherries were out. And I'm like, whoa, wait, what are you doing on your webcam? At that moment, she was basically like, you know, taking off everything right in front of me. And obviously I did get bricked, but I started freaking out because this was so random. Like, one minute you're my friend playing Call of Duty with me, and the next minute you're an internet hub star. Like, what is going on here? So I start panicking and I'm like, okay, yo, okay, maybe this is not a good idea. Like, we should probably be more smart about this. You know what I mean? And at that moment, I kind of like end up hearing footsteps coming down the stairs from me panicking. And basically my mom ends up walking into my room and she sees that there was a camera and sees that this girl's camera was on and she was showing me this. Instead of that moment, I remember slamming my monitor onto the ground as fast as I could. And my mom looks at me saying, Baba, what is going on here? Nothing, mom, nothing. She ends up questioning me on what in the world she just saw on my computer. And my microphone and everything was still connected to Discord, by the way. So this girl ended up hearing the whole conversation between me and my mom, how, you know, I got to be careful on the internet. But one thing led to another. I ended up getting grounded and my mom actually took my computer away. I mean, to be fair, my mom was right to do that because, like, I got to be more careful with people on the internet. But at the same time, though, far from more embarrassing stories. Peace out, guys.